never know what little nugget of information you'll learn here.
Who knew that was a big question?
Right?
I know.
There, you know.
I thought I was going to have to switch to chocolate, but I'm glad I don't have to.
You're in the
good,
clear
we're good.
now. You can blaze on with the vanilla. So we've been keeping a close eye on things all through the afternoon.
Yeah, the severe storms that we saw today, we did see a couple of severe warnings earlier today, and we still could see a few later this evening, but we didn't get a lot of sunshine, and the more sunshine, the more storms we would get, so it's kind of very proportional in that way. Here's a look at our high temperatures for today. Got into the mid 70s and lower 80s once again. And it'll get a little bit cooler this weekend before it gets very warm next week. I'll talk about that in a minute, but here's our visible satellite imagery. So we started off earlier with a lot of cloud cover, and how much sun we got in the afternoon was going to determine how much storm activity we got. And looking at the visible satellite, it's really not that much. So right now we currently do have some thunderstorms out and about, but we don't have any that are severe warned. Right now the biggest cells are the one that's north of Augusta, and then one that was south of Bangor has already started to dissipate. There's a lot of stable air over in Washington County, so as these storms continue to move farther eastward, they're going to start falling apart. We could still have a few more hours of some storm activity, and then things will really start to calm down for the weekend. So I would say until about 7 to 8 o'clock, that's when we'll see the potential for a couple of severe storms or just thunderstorms in general closer to the coastline. And once we lose that sunshine, we're going to lose any more instability that we would have had in the atmosphere. So then we'll build up a little bit more cloud cover overnight tonight, but this is going to set us up very nicely for the weekend. So this is early Saturday morning, starting to clear from west to east. We might get a couple of showers from this system to our south in coastal down east Maine early Saturday morning, but I think it's very close. But down east Maine and eastern Maine in general is going to see the cloud cover for the longest throughout the day Saturday. So decrease in cloud cover throughout the early afternoon, and then it ends up with a really great day. Lots of sunshine in the afternoon, a little bit cooler out there than it was today. And then Sunday looks to be even nicer, almost completely clear the entire day, getting into the mid 70s by the afternoon. A really great day out there for Father's Day. Monday, we start to build in some more cloud cover. Overall, I would say a mostly cloudy day. And then midweek next week, we already want to start talking about the potential for a heat wave. And the reason for that is this ridge of high pressure is going to start to move in at the end of this weekend. By the time it gets to about Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to get very strong, which means our temperatures are going to be very warm and it's going to be very humid for as long as this ridge of high pressure is going to remain around. So that means the middle of next week, particularly Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures, this is for inland for Lewiston, could get into the mid 90s, and that's not even counting the humidity factor. So the humidity here, it was a little bit humid out there today. That will decrease as that cold front goes throughout the rest of the evening. Then the humidity is going to pick up a lot by the time we get to the midweek. So it's going to be very warm and very humid. So if you haven't set up your AC yet, now is definitely the chance to do that before it gets warm next week. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3 feet. Small craft advisory in effect until 8 p.m. this evening. So here's a look at our 7-day forecast. A little bit more storm activity overnight tonight, and then things begin to clear out for the weekend. Overall, a great weekend coming up. Temps in the mid 70s, plenty of sunshine Saturday afternoon and into the weekend. And Brian and Amanda, we're going to keep an eye on the potential for the big heat coming in next week. It could be the highest temperatures that we've seen since not last summer, but the summer before.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Monday is the day to put in the AC.
Absolutely,
Right.
yes.
We'll
If you
plan
haven't
for it.
already.
Yeah, Dana, thank you.